talk the talk. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes.
J'ai entrepris d'appeler Sam Clayton, qui est une personne que je connais depuis une quinzaine d'années, je dirais, et qui est jamaïcain, mais qui vit en France, en l'occurrence dans la même ville que moi, c'est-à-dire St-Etienne.
So it started, Martin and I were talking one day in his studio, and he brought up the idea of making the album. It evolved into coming to Jamaica, and we are here.
– 16h42 heure locale, on est à Miami et normalement on va prendre ce dernier vol pour Kingston et retrouver Sam Clayton, personnage clé de l'aventure.
The process started by selecting people I thought that Martin would appreciate. I threw out some names to Stephen.
Those names, some of those who's that were very important and is still very important.
He either confirmed or rejected some of the names based on availability.
And so, you know, we were fortunate that so many people were in town. And
we ended up with 6 names, 6 potential singers that we thought could make the cut.
Je pense que Sam, à ce niveau-là, justement, a bien su faire le tri. Il a immédiatement su quel chanteur allait pouvoir correspondre, allait pouvoir s'adapter au projet, allait pouvoir se prêter au jeu, allait pouvoir y prendre un certain intérêt.
We started with qu'il. Stephen called him up on the phone, told him about the project, and he was ready, instantly ready to do it.
Spiritual songs and running on sweet potato.
One of the songs, Grandma Pudding, was something very different, very, very different, and surprising in a very good way, because he spoke about his grandmother's recipe for sweet potato pudding.
A Sunday evening with Grandma pudding.
The day after, we had Winston McEnough in the studio, did 2 very lovely songs.
What you're on about, what you're on about, yeah.
Really special what they did. And the last song by McEnough this afternoon was just unbelievable, unbelievable. Another singer to come in on Monday afternoon to work with him, that's Willie Williams. I went downtown to Denham Town, Charles and Bond Street. That's where I found RS and told him about the project. Of course, after we had to call him and reminded him of the day. But he came. Horace is a very cool, easy, laid-back person. Horace, Andy.
Yes, my brother.
Cool and dandy.
Sure.
and he's willing to tell you stories about himself that most people wouldn't even want you to know about, you know?
I wanted to have a gun. I wanted to be a famous Batman. Come on, I interview me, I tell the truth. Everybody say.
Yes, sir.
It just goes up. What I need, what's it? I personally love my brother.
I've known all these great guys for a long time. I became friends or became closer with some of them because of my dad, because of Stephen. The time that was spent together in the studio was very special, I think. I know it was special for me. As usual, when I do this kind of work, I'm always learning something. always having a good time with the people I'm with, and I think I don't mean to speak for Martin, but I think for him it was also a very special moment.
Les sessions étaient... franchement, les 4 sessions là, depuis le début ont été juste merveilleuses.
Based on what we have so far, from the first 3 people who performed, I can tell you that this album is going to be really special.
Pour Sam, ce projet, il présente ça comme un travail artistique, une œuvre d'art.
The people who can appreciate and who can appreciate it for what it is, these performances are just fabulous, and they're going to love it. It's that simple.